0, 1.
Let's get started.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Welcome once again to a special presentation of Fire Football. We're here in Cashmere, Washington, site of what is quickly becoming a bit of a tradition here in the Valley. Tournament, a high school tournament in the middle of summer featuring some pretty big names in soccer in this region, and all hosted by Cashmere High School. And next to me is the head coach of Cashmere High School girls soccer, Coach Dennis Tronson. Coach, as always, a pleasure to see you. And how many years have you guys had this tournament?
This is our 5th season, and we took it over when it was Anya Tronson running the WVC program. She then got married and ran it there for 5 years, and then when she stepped aside after the birth of my second grandchild, she came out here and we've taken over. So it's really been in existence for 10 years, and this is our 5th year here. We have 7 teams here this weekend. Unfortunately, Moses Lake was not able to come, but they had entered, so that was unfortunate. But given that, there are 5 teams that played in the state tournament last year in their respective classifications. Both Eisenhower and Wenatchee are here, along with Prosser out of the CWAC in 2A, and Okanagan in 2Bs, and us in the 1As. So pretty high-level play for just having, a bunch of kids running around on nice short grass.
That's what I was, when I looked at the list of teams that you have some teams, some heavyweight teams here in the league. Prosser, like you said, what is the plus for these teams to come over here in 95-degree weather and kick the ball around here in the middle of summer? What is the plus for them to come?
I think a lot of it is it allows the coaches to do some team building, but they also, as I say, I use the tournament to find out where I don't want players to play, not where I want them to play, and it's a good evaluation tool. And for young kids, a lot of freshmen and sophomores that are moving to that next level, they get to see a higher level of speed of play, and they start to understand why they're playing at a certain level and what they need to do to change the game.
Now, before we go a little deeper on that, let's backtrack a little. You said that this tournament was at Wenatchee Valley College. Was it a high school tournament back then as well?
Yes, it was. And she actually built the tournament to where one year on one field they had 12 teams, 12 high school teams from all over the state. And unfortunately this year for us, we've had a traditional team that has played in both the tournaments. Linden Christian, the Lynx from Linden over on the west side, they decided they had a coaching change, and the new coach decided to go to another high school tournament on the west side, so rather than come over here. But we've had most of the Big Nine. I think the only Big Nine school that has not, only Sunnyside and West Valley have not attended. Davis has been here, and Ike's came back now. I'm very excited about having them back. State qualifier last year. Out of the CWAC, we've gotten Quincy, Prosser, Sela. Afreda's a continuing team. It makes it nice that Afreda and Omak, Okanagan, the head coaches are brothers, so if one goes, we get the other one, so it's like having twins. And it's nice to have Eastmont back in. They had a coaching change, and and they decided they wanted to come and give their girls a chance to get a run out here, and looking forward to it.
Now, we were talking before the start of the show about the start of your career here as a coach. Having Ephrata here must bring some memories back. For a long time, it was the rival for Cashmere, the Tigers from Grand County,
Yeah, if you talk to the players through the first 20 years of this program, Ephrata was the team. It was never Cascade. It was never Wenatchee or Eastmont. It was Ephrata. When I took over, they were our league champion, and we ended up beating them in our final game of the season. I think that really started it, to take the league title away from them and give it to Othello. So I still remember that game. And we had many battles where we were playing in district championship games to go to the state tournament. And then the neat thing is a lot of their players made the journey over during the summer, fall, and spring to play club with the girls from Wenatchee, Eastmont, Freda, Cashmere, and Cascade. So we became a very regional team. When you look at what's going on now, there are girls playing on teams from all over Central Washington. We were doing that back in the 90s. And it started here, and I think it started with that rivalry. It just built that, and a lot of kids wanted to become part of it. So always been fun.
Now, one of the things that springs to mind is we have, like you said, an old-time rival like Ephrata. We have Wenatchee down the road, but Cashmere has no teams in this tournament from Cashmere's league, the SCAC. Is it out of a desire to see a different brand of football?
They never contacted us, to play, and and I don't know. We look at it as when the tournament first, before Moses Lake dropped out, we had 4 Big 9 schools, and we were going to have bracket pool play, but we weren't going to make a Big 9 pool, and we split them in half. Well, when they could not attend, we found out this morning, we switched to just we mixed up the schedule, everybody adjusted, and it just allowed for everybody to go to a straight point schedule with 7. So we were very adapted, all the coaches were, and the play out here has been outstanding for every team. It's just great soccer all over the field. Even if the scores are 3-0, it's like that wasn't a 3-0 game or it wasn't a 1-0 game. It was, you make a mistake, you pay. You do something spectacular, you get rewarded.
Absolutely. Now, the tournament is, of course, the big attraction, but this is a full week of soccer for the Cashmere program. No? We had the little kids playing earlier in the week.
Yes, we had, for the first time ever, we ran a boys soccer camp, given permission by the athletic director and Manny Flores, the boys head coach, that I could run that camp. And so our girls put it on. We had over 60 boys attend a 3-day camp, and then we followed that up. Right after their session, we went into a girls camp where we had also 60 girls. And then we just finished off twice that week with training sessions from 7:30 to 9 o'clock with the high school team that's playing today.
Holy cow.
It's just been, it's our big week of soccer. It's a major fundraiser. We don't do bake sales. We don't do car washes. We do soccer. It's all about teaching the young ladies to give back to the community. And the neat thing is, when we started with the boys, there were probably 10 to 15 former moms that were there with their sons. They're boy moms. They don't have girls. And there's some that have both, and they're in both, and others that have girls. But it was neat to see all the former players, and the girls get excited about it because now they learn, oh, I understand. They don't listen, just like me. They have that feeling that coaching's a little different, and it's tough. And I go, yeah, you're like that at times. You're like that 4-year-old. And they go, yeah, coach. So
you were like that 4-year-old when you were 15, 16, 17, right?
Yeah, last year. So we're hoping that experience coaching will really help us as players.
Well, Coach, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much. Best of luck in not just this tournament, but in the upcoming season. That was our interview with Coach Dennis Tronson, head coach of the Cashmere Bulldogs girls soccer program. On behalf of everyone. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Welcome once again to a special presentation of Fire Football. We're here in Cashmere for what has quickly become quite an attraction here for those of us who love the beautiful game. It's a high school tournament here in the middle of summer, featuring some pretty heavy hitters coming to Cashmere Soccer Field here next to this gigantic soccer ball by Amy Wall to sharpen their skills and put on a show for the folks who swing by. Next to me is the assistant head coach of Cashmere High School, the team hosting this tournament, Anya Belcher. Coach Belcher, always a pleasure. Hello. Now, rumor has it, and by rumor I mean your father says, that this is your brainchild.
Yes. So I had started a tournament as a fundraiser and a recruiting tool when I was coaching at Wenatchee Valley College. And so it was a way for me to not have to travel to go recruit and bring in teams and see athletes, get them on campus. And so that was kind of how that tournament started. Plus, then Dad's like, hey, that way I don't have to go far away. I can just be in town. And so we looked at always doing it on this Founders Day weekend because I wanted to stay in town. And later on, if I had kids, I wanted to go to the attractions during it. So while I was at WVC, we did that for 5 years, and then I had stepped away because of family and had the opportunity to bring the tournament here because they weren't going to continue it at WVC.
Has it changed in any way from its Wenatchee iteration to this Cashmere edition?
The only thing that has changed really is like adding, like Weeds Cafe has really stepped up as a big time like supporter of what we've done. The Mountain Berry Bulls, they were here for our foundation game, so they came back. We had told them about this opportunity. So, and then other businesses have stepped up like to give discounts for food. Other than that, really nothing has like overly changed, other than I would say the trophy was donated by my grandparents, the money to get the trophy to get this started. So it's a family affair, and now my grandpa had passed away, but so it's just something as a memento. So we have a trophy and it gets taken to each school for the year. They need to come back and bring it back. So that way I know that at least I'll get one team back.
To bring the trophy.
Yes.
To bring the trophy. Now, what as a coach, what is the plus of a tournament like this? Coach was talking about seeing players play in positions they're not used to. What are some of the pluses for the coaches to bring their teams over here?
Well, I think a little bit of it is also team building, and it also gives you an idea of where your younger players are with your older players. And so you can have that good mix. And the other thing is that you're not looking, we're not in form for November. We're in form in June, just getting our feet wet, but also learning, this is a new team because the team that was our team that was in November is not the same team that we have today. And so it just allows for us to really kind of go, okay, this is a good tendency. Can we try this player in this position and it not affect them when we get into like league play and those things, especially for us. We don't have non-leagues. Everything is a league game. So it's a high stakes event.
So it does pay off during the league play, all the tinkering, all the experimentation done here in the middle of summer.
Yes, it is. And then it gives them confidence. It gives a freshman that would never maybe be on the first team an opportunity to play on this field under the lights on the last game of Friday night. Or it gives them a chance to play with that first team player that I didn't think I would ever play with them. But it really does bring our team together in bonding and from freshman to senior, and it really helps that next group of captains take on those roles of what they need to do as a captain.
And it must also help for those younger players, especially, to wear the Cashmere jersey for the first time.
Oh, for sure. And then it helps the parents understand how intense this is going to be for the next 4 years for those freshmen. So, yeah. So I had a parent go, so is it every day? What's this all entail? I go, oh, we probably pretty much own your daughter. So, no, but the goal is that they get better and they have a lot of fun.
Tell me how you feel, Coach Anya. Please don't hold back. Don't hold back at all. Feel free to tell me how you feel. Now, of course, this is, like we said, the icing on the cake of a week filled with soccer. What is that experience for the players of the varsity, of the high school team, to serve as coaches during the younger kids' camps?
I absolutely love having my girls be coaches because I think they really learn about the game. Now they have to take what they know and share that knowledge.
Teach it.
Yeah, and the ability to teach it now makes you actually a better soccer player because it's not just doing it. They have to actually give instruction, and then they're able to take that into their own game. So it was an amazing last 3 days that we had camp. We had over 100 campers with boys and girls, the first ever boys camp that has ever ran in soccer for Cashmere here. And it was amazing to see our girls take it on and do great stuff, connect with the kids, and just be able to pass it forward, pass it on. Another thing is that our 7th and 8th graders also participated in that camp as coaches. So we try to get them hooked in. So it's a camp for 4-year-olds to 6th grade, but right when they hit 7th grade, they're coming in and they're being a part of what we're doing. So there's no let-ups for them.
How close to fully built is the pipeline from one end to into the high school?
Well, my goal, I guess, we would say is that now that we have middle school, that's helping us when we had that issue of not having the turnover. So we have we catch those kids that might not play. I think what we need to do is the next level is take the camp, but then also build into our youth program the youth coaches so they can be confident in what they're teaching them. So it's like giving them the tools. You don't have to know anything about soccer. I'll just give you the 5 things. This is what they need to know. This is what they can do, and we can build them from there.
All right, we're looking forward to what this program yields in the years to come. Coach Belcher, always a pleasure. Thank you very much. That was Anya Belcher, assistant head coach of the Cashmere High School Bulldogs. That's it for us today from Cashmere. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.